Cancer, April. You've got some opportunities, Cancer. You've got some opportunities to clean up some old stuff, to clear up some old contracts, to get really clear on what needs to go right now since we are going through these eclipse seasons. You have a real opportunity here because your sign of Cancer is making some squares to all the activity that's going on in the sign of Aries, which includes the current transiting sun, how we show up in the world, Mercury, the planet of communication, Venus, how we are in relationships, especially the one with ourselves, with our money, with our important matters, along with the transiting North Node about what we really want to do and activate in our lives in the sign of Aries. And we got a few other things there like Chiron and Eris. So there's a lot of activity in the chart. Like the chart for April, right? Like if a baby was born in April this month, they would have a heck of a lot of activity, a lot of planets and stuff in Aries. And because Aries is that cardinal sign, that sign pushing forward the new season, that tremendous burst of energy forward, Aries is a cardinal sign, and so are you, Cancer. You are a cardinal sign pushing forward summer. We also got another square going on with the cardinal sign Libra, where the transiting South Node is currently. So that's the stuff from the past. That's the old stuff. That's the stuff we're really familiar with. And so you could have old relationships popping up. You can have old agreements showing themselves, showing what how they affect you currently. You could have things about your money right now, okay? So you got to pay attention and you really got to trim away because a square, remember we were talking like a square can be abrasive, it can be headbutting, it can be, it can be aggressive. But it also, if we cooperate with it, it can kind of be that nail file. It can smooth off the edges. It can take what we don't need anymore and smooth it away. Okay, in a way, like filing your nails, they look pretty neat and clean afterwards. So softening out the rough edges, Cancer. Filing down those rough edges for you, especially in your relationships, your relationship with money, the relationship with yourself, how you speak to yourself, about your get up and go. Are you mad at yourself? Do you need to slow down? Do you need to speed up? And so again, kind of the general advice for this month has been like a flashing yellow light. You can go, you especially want to go backwards and look back at some things because of retrograde. So we're looking over old notes, old plans, old notebooks, old contracts, and just kind of reviewing them and refreshing them. Okay. So take this month to, take that step back of review, move forward, but move forward with that flashing yellow light. Let's not do anything too aggressively. Remember, all those planets in Aries, they're ruled by Mars, that planet of action. They want to do things more aggressively, right? They want to get things done. But the transiting Mars is currently in Pisces. It wants you to go within. So please, and remember, because you're a water sign, you're having a trine with these other water planets. So your trine is with Mars. How you get things done, how you take action in this watery sign of Pisces. So you got to do some introspection here. You got to do some softening. You have to look at how you take action of nurturing yourself amongst all the responsibilities, because the other trine that's going on is with the planet Saturn. So Saturn and Mars together. Saturn wants you to take care of all, do your taxes, do the things, all the responsible things, right? But in the sign of Pisces, we also want to reflect on how we take action. We want to reflect on our careers, our business, our structure, how our house runs, right? The business of living. Look at our budgets. Look at where our needs are. Start stashing away some money so you can get some body work. Okay, Pisces, watery, tender care and karmic cleanup. Okay. All right, Cancer, let's see what we have for you this month in the tarot cards. Working with some really great decks here. The Beloved Dead Oracle by Carrie Paris. We've got the Green Witch, which is always a favorite of mine. We're using the Beltane Oracle because it is that season coming up, along with the Herb Crafters Tarot. Okay, Cancer, I've got the Cup of Satisfaction spread here for you, the chalice spread as it's traditionally called. So here is the stem of your chalice, the stem of your cup, okay, the handle, and we've got the Tower, and it's the mushroom card here from the Herb Crafters Tarot. And this is a really beautiful version of the Tower because, you know, the Tower usually looks like people falling out of a burning building or a building that's been hit by lightning. Okay, so it shows us like sudden, unexpected happenings, right? Aquarian energy, unpredictable. And the Tower breaks things down, okay? And this lovely version here with all these mushrooms on the log, the natural breakdown, part of nature, and it gives us this product, mushrooms, which, boy, what a mushroom year we had here in New England this past fall. I guess it was fall. And one of my daughters was crazy picking mushrooms. We were eating mushrooms constantly. And wow. And there's like, if they cost so much if you bought them at the grocery store, right? So this beautiful, natural, kind of almost like protein, healing medicinal food, not just plant food. And here is the natural breakdown, okay? This is what your cup is filled with, a major arcana, the Tower, right? Let's see what we've got here, what the cup is made up of. We have I guess it says Seed, Sidhe, card number 15. This is traditionally the Temperance card. So your cup has two major arcanas, major secret of life cards going on here. She's got some kind of recipe she's following, some kind of potion that she's making. I love this. And so, but it's ruled by Jupiter, luck, blessings, expansion. Okay, so there's some kind of formula here. So you may have had a natural breakdown of something. Okay, it's part of nature. It was supposed to break down that way. All right, so you don't have to have regrets on how some things have broken down recently because there's a bigger plan. This is a Sagittarius card. It has a bigger plan for you. And, you know, this woman's solo. She's solo. She may have thought that, you know, the Tower is Aquarius, which rules other people, like large groups of people. Okay, but this is her. This is her solo project. She's got the assistance of what looks like some fairies in there. Okay, so she's not alone. She may look alone, but she knows that she's connected. Let's see what your cup is made up of over here. And we have the Queen of Chalices, Queen of Cups. So your cup is structured with two major arcanas and a queen, some royalty. She looks like she's from Maine to me. That's what that card reminds me of, the beautiful state of Maine. Okay, Queen of Chalices. We're talking about doing the chalice spread, and here she is. She's part of the structure. So in some ways, you could look at it that the listening to this video is part of the structure, right? Here's this cup. Here's this using tarot cards, using these alternative ways of approaching things is part of your approach. She's also solo, but she's connected. She's in her natural element. This is her throne here. This is just, she's part of nature. Just like this Tower card, really got a natural nature feel. Okay, Queen of Cups would be a Cancer queen, right? Along with Pisces or Scorpio. But this is your reading, Cancer, so this is you. Look at you. Beautiful. Let's see what your cup's full of up here. What are you full of, Cancer? You're full of Nine of Earth, Apple. This is traditionally the Nine of Pentacles. All is well. What does Abraham Hicks say? All is well in getting weller. It sounds silly, but it makes me kind of laugh. All is well in getting weller. Okay, so you've got resources. Love that little basket. Nature by Nikki, you made me a basket once like that. If you're listening, that's your little basket. That ended up living with me. I tried to sell it. It didn't want to sell because I think it's because I love it and it wanted to be with me. So there's this beautiful, more resourceful, made from these vines, apples being dried and put in these jars, and they can last you. So there's long-term success. Long-term. Okay, let's pull a couple more cards here for you, Cancer. Okay, Cancer, I put a couple of oracle cards into your chalice spread, into your cup. Okay, it was already really full of some beautiful things, but let's see what else. For some reason, I was only going for 2 oracles, but 4 showed up. Let's see what we got. We got visitation. It's interesting, like a lot of these piles have repeat themes, and there's something that was repeating, which was about a visitor. There's something repeating about somebody knocking on your door. Okay, this one's got a little bit of an angelic feel to it. It came in next to the Queen of Cups, which is like mom vibes, okay, mother vibes, or nurturer. And there she is. And she does look, well, she's from the Beloved Dead Tarot, or Oracle, so I don't think she's on this side of the veil, but here she is, and she's happy to see you, and I'm sure you're happy to see her. So there's some, and remember we said Venus was squaring your sun, or however many planets you have in Cancer at some point this month. There's a square there most of the month, most likely. And so and it's retrograde, so it's all those re's. So it's like, I almost get like revisitation. Mom's back in town, right? So maybe you have some healing to do around mom stuff, Cancer. I know I'm a Cancer rising, and I sure as heck do. So maybe you do too. That we got this card here called Vision, and it says, Vision, to find enlightenment, seek nowhere, for it lives within you. To find enlightenment, seek nowhere, for it lives within you. Looks like the 3 of Cups. We had visitation and vision. Okay, so maybe you will get a glimpse of mom. If mom's not on this side, if mom is, it could be grandma, okay, or great grandma. But we have a lineage of women behind us, right? The powerful women behind us. And I don't know about you. I don't know. Most of my family's deceased. I don't have a lot of people to talk to about this kind of stuff, but I found Ancestry.com really helpful because I was able to get a lot of information about the mothers before me, and I've been able to see their names and sit with their energy, and it's been very interesting. So that's what's coming up for you, Cancer. Okay, now we also got Indulgence, and what a card. Such a Cancer card, too. It's baths, which I'm always talking about. There's a full moon. And it says, you are worth every desire, every dream. Demand what is yours. Demand what you need. You are worth every desire, every dream. Demand what is yours. Demand what you need. Indulgence. Okay, Cancer, speak up because your needs, your watery needs, you're a water queen, Cancer. So here's indulgence. You need this indulgence, Cancer. You feel a lot, and water is a great tool to clear you of all that you absorb from your environment. So make sure that you take the time out for this and that you speak for what you want. Remember, you have a square with Mercury going on at some point too this month, and there's things about value, Venus. So make sure you speak your needs. Optimism, speak them optimistically, and speak to yourself about them optimistically, okay? A lot of beauty here this month for you, Cancer. Yeah, there's some challenges with a square, but you can do it. All right, let's see what we got for dice. We've got Saturn in the sign of Libra in the 6th house, which is Virgo's house of health, wellness, everyday living, schedules, routines, habits, organization, compartments, apartments, systems of order. What else? Okay, Saturn loves order, loves systems of order, loves you to be responsible, show up, get your stuff done. And Libra wants you to look at all those relationships. We were already talking about the square with the South Node in Libra. So if there's some old contracts old paperwork, if you need to get your taxes done, all this is where the focus needs to be. Documentation, legal contracts, land purchases, real estate purchases. Please don't sign any contracts during Mercury retrograde unless you absolutely have to. And hopefully your contract began before April 1st, which is when Mercury retrograde starts. So get things rolling before the 1st if you know you're going to be needing to sign something, and then make sure you get it looked at 3 times. All right, so we're talking about Saturn. Saturn rules the sign Capricorn and traditionally the original ruler of Aquarius. So you're starting off the month on the 1st with the moon in Capricorn, through to the 2nd, through to the 3rd, early morning when it moves into Aquarius. So this whole week, the 1st through the morning of Friday the 5th, are some power days for you to mark down for yourself, okay? Then we want to think about Libra. Now, Libra, remember you had the Libra full moon right there at the end of March on the 25th. So pay attention to what was going on there. It was also a lunar eclipse. So there may have been some things showing themselves in relationships. The moon will be in the sign of Libra on the 20th, Saturday the 20th through the 21st into the 22nd until the morning, right before lunch on Tuesday the 23rd. Power times for you. Then let's look at Virgo. Oh, so that would be the days before Libra. So from mid-morning on Thursday the 18th, the 19th, the 20th, and then repeating, like I said, the 21st, 22nd, 23rd. Have a good one, Cancer.